Elizabeth LeRose, a 2003 graduate and former women's basketball player, has returned to Washington and Lee as the Associate Athletic Director. How has it been being back on campus at WNL?
It's been great. I really enjoy it. Being a student and a student athlete, you love campus. Like when graduation comes, you cry because you don't want to leave, and so that's how it was to leave and go in the real world. And then the opportunity to come back has been wonderful. I would say it's almost like I didn't leave, but I definitely am much older now, and it's very different. But it's great.
You spent the last 9 years working in the athletic department across the street at VMI. What made you want to come back to Lexington in the first place?
Again, it's such a special place here. Your entire career, the professors, the coaches, they all touched my life and so many other students' lives that they made Lexington special. And plus all the outdoorsy things that Lexington brings away from a big city. So after I graduated and got my master's, I just felt like, Lexington was such a special place. It meant so much to me. It would be great to go back. And so when a job opened at VMI, I had to apply and went hard for that job.
And what kind of things have you been doing here? What kind of events have you been hosting that you may not have gotten the opportunity to before?
Well, at VMI, there are only, now 18 sports, but only 7 women. So some of the big things that I've done this year are sports that VMI didn't offer. Like the fall, we did field hockey championships, the actual Final Four, and that was a great experience, huge to coordinate all of the logistics behind that. The women's lacrosse tournament that we just hosted this past weekend, that's been pretty fun. Tennis, women's basketball, all these great sports that I missed kind of being at a school that only had 7 women's sports.
So like you mentioned, you also played basketball here at WNL, and you had 2 season-ending injuries with your knee. What made it so easy for you to stay committed, or not even easy, but how did you stay so committed to the program for so long?
My teammates, they're what it's all about. It was rough to have 2 injuries and not be able to play, but being with them and even at practice when I'm not playing or whatnot and still traveling, that's what the memories, and that's what you think about. You don't think about the games or the scores or the statistics. You think about your teammates and those long trips and bus rides back after, when you're getting back at 2 a.m. That's what matters, and that's what I think back of.
And your coach for 1 year was Brian Snyder, who's the women's volleyball coach now. How has it been back working with him, who's been your coach before?
It's been great. We give each other a hard time. I call him Bryce Snides, and he's okay with that. And he jokingly calls me AD LeRose, and we just have a great relationship, and it's awesome. Now I get to see him every day, and we reminisce about some of the good times and the bad. And but he's such a great coach, and he really helped us get through that tough time, not only me personally, but the team in general.
So I've seen you at our games with your son, who's not even a year old, and I know that you had a child only a month after coming to work here. How has that been, having to balance such a huge role here and also just being a mother?
It's been amazing and exhausting. He is so great, and I love that he's going to grow up on campus here and go to every game. We were counting the other day. I think he's only not been to 3 sports events. So he went to a lot of women's basketball games, which was awesome. Unfortunately, halfway through the game he would take a little nap, but it's been really great to have him, and I'm so excited for him to be here and be part of this community. Your
teammates had come in the fall or winter during the Hall of Fame induction. How has it been to still maintain those relationships and have them last for so long?
It was crazy. It was like we never left. We reminisced about jokes that we had, from my freshman year and stuff like that. So it was just so great to see them. I keep going back to that. This is such a special place, and these friendships and relationships that you build here are lasting. So it was just amazing to be with them again.
Thank you so much for sitting down with us and for making such an awesome contribution to our athletic program. We really enjoy having you back. For GeneralSports.com's Katie's Corner, I'm Katie Wilds.